I am the host, Richard Ravenbrook, a man, a life coach, and a spiritual mentor who has endeavored to find real spiritual truth and self-enlightenment. With experiences in various ministry types, pagan traditions, and even magical paths. With a love for Mother Earth and the balance of life, I work to channel spirit and to help educate and mentor those striving to deconstruct from mainstream religion and to empower them to find the divinity within themselves and to the truth around them. The messages are focused on everyday life, creating an environment of real coexistence, a world of mutual respect, love, and dignity. The pagan preacher is all things, the preacher and the pagan, speaking from the wisdom of spirit. Hey everybody, this is Richard Kent, founder of the Pagan Empire. I wanted to get on today just for a few minutes and kind of talk about freedom. Talk about real religious freedom. The freedom that, you can wear your hammer, or you can wear your pentacle, or wear whatever it is that you want to wear into the stores, into schools, into your job, wherever it may be, and not feel persecuted. Not have somebody tell you that you're worshiping the devil or that you're going to burn for eternity because of your sins. Because that, my friends, that's persecution. Freedom of speech does not override freedom of religion. And what does that mean? It means that a religious institution or a religious person or a religious group does not have the right, and I don't care what anybody tries to say, you can debate this, you can rebuttal this all you want, but you don't have the right to belittle and condemn other religions and other people practicing those religions in a land where we're supposed to have freedom of religion. Because we can't be free to practice our religion if we're constantly being persecuted. You say, well, it's my right in my religion to say what it is that I have to say. But no, there has to be a line. There has to be a line drawn there. Freedom of speech, as I said, does not override freedom of religion. Where is the respect anymore? Where is people's respect, period, for other people, other cultures, and other practices? Persecution started when the Christian church began moving out of its origin, going into other countries, and mass slaughtering anyone that didn't want to convert or just didn't, I think you know what I'm talking about here, and I don't have anything prepared when I'm getting ready to say. I'm just going completely live, going completely, pro-lib, just saying whatever I feel, is important right now. But I've heard so much. I've heard so much about being too aggressive that it seems that, the Pagan Empire might be tend to violence and, things of that nature. And, I want to say that, no, that is not what the Pagan Empire is about. But there is a line to be drawn. Where do we draw the line of persecution? Where do we draw the line of what we will accept and what we won't accept? As I say, we live in a country that says that we have freedom of religion. But yet almost on every street we find a church. But do we find pagan temples? Do we find pagan fellowships? No, not very, very few. And what that shows me is people are afraid to come out. People are afraid to come out of the closet as being pagan. People are afraid to come out to their families and to their relatives in fear of that persecution, in fear of harassment and condemnation. And when people fear coming out, then they have no freedom. They are not free when they cannot be who they are. And we have so much going on, within the Christian body, the Christian extremists that are going after every group, every possible religious body, institution, or group that is outside of the four walls of the corporate church. And please don't think that this video is just attacking the church, because that's not what it is. My roots, in some degree, come from, I was a Christian minister at one time. And I finally came out and decided I had to be who it was that I am. My family was Christian. My stepfather was a Pentecostal minister. I felt pressured. I felt pushed. I felt convinced that I had to be what it is that they wanted me to be. And that's partially why I fight so much for freedom. Because I've experienced it. I understand what people in this country are going through. That they know something within their heart. They feel something within their spirit. But they're afraid to be who it is that they are. They're afraid to step out and just explore their innermost desires, and they feel drawn to certain things, but yet we're told that, well, that's evil. You can't do that. You shouldn't be any part of that. You can't be, and it's just fear. Everywhere you look, it's fear, but what it is it's to keep you inside that box. Keep you controlled. Keep you focused on what it is that they want you to focus on. But do we truly have freedom? I can't say that we do. And how far would you go to achieve that freedom? What about our children? What happens when our children see us talking about how important it is to be who it is that we are, but yet we're too afraid to do that in public? We're too afraid to be that in front of our relatives and things of that nature. We can't even have businesses, pagan-run businesses, without Christians protesting. We can't have festivals without the main entrance being bombarded by screaming Christians telling everyone that they're going to burn for eternity if they continue to do what they're doing and support that pagan influence. How far do we go? What I'm saying is there has to be a certain level of boldness. There has to be a certain level of inner aggression. And that's not talking about violence. That's talking about an attitude of determination. It means I stand, and I stand strong. I don't back down. That's aggressive. Now, when you're attacked, like with anything, you have the right to defend yourself. And we have the right to defend our communities. And right now, our communities, though they're small and spread throughout the country, some of them still in secret, some of them not, some of them now taking bold steps to come out and say, this is who I am, and nothing is going to stop me. But that's what we need in the pagan communities. We need boldness. We need to step out. We need to unify. Even though our traditions, even though our practices are different, we can unite in our common interest, and we can unite for a common cause. And that's freedom. We can be different. That's perfectly acceptable. But we all do have a common cause, and that's being free. Free to do what it is that we desire, to follow our own gods, goddesses, to practice or not practice, to follow a god or not follow a god. That is our right. That is what we choose to do. And we should be able to do it in the United States of America without persecution from any other religious institution. And I say again, but how far would you go with that? How far can we go? What I'm talking about is, would you unite with us? Would other groups that have the same vision unite with us? Because it's not about a name. It's not about an organization. What is the Pagan Empire? The Pagan Empire is us. It's all of us. We are the Pagan Empire. We are the empire. It's not about an organization. It's definitely not about me. It's about a vision to unite everyone under that common cause, under that umbrella of paganism, and say, look, we're not going to take the persecution anymore. We're not going to accept it anymore. We're going to stand. And we're going to move forward. And we're going to keep moving forward. And we're going to keep moving forward. And if you get in the way, we're going to keep moving forward. And what that entitles is up to you. We wish peace. We want peace. Of course we want peace. All pagans in general want peace. Even those that have the warrior attitude still want peace. Because a good warrior knows the meaning of life. And they just don't throw their lives away and the lives of their families. The pagans are done. Pagans are done with the persecution. We just want freedom. The freedom to practice without that persecution. We want to build our temples if we want to. We want to have our fellowships if we want to. Thank you, everybody. This is Richard Kent. Be blessed and blessed be. Thank you, everyone. This is Richard Ravenbrook. From my heart to yours, I hope you are blessed. Please be a blessing. Share these podcasts. Share my short videos. Tell the world the work that's being done. Help me open the minds of those so closed. Help me bring into the fold those seeking truth and enlightenment. Be blessed.